Hi, this is Vishesh Bhatt, and you're watching me on Desi Web USA with Urmin.
Hi, this is Amol Parashar, and you're watching me on Desi Web USA with Urmin.
Desi Web USA. The perfect dose to your entertainment.
Hi guys, hello and welcome. This is Urmin and welcome to Desi Web USA. आप जानते हैं कि OTT प्लेटफॉर्म पर इतने सारे फिल्म्स, इतने सारे शोज आ रहे हैं कि वाकई में मैंने एक किताब रखी है एंड आई हैव रिटन डाउन एवरीथिंग. ऐसा लगता है कि हर रोज पोर्शन कंप्लीट नहीं होता एंड हर रोज जैसे ही आपका एक चैप्टर खत्म हो जाए तो एक और बढ़िया सा शो या फिल्म आ जाती है. आज मेरे साथ दो ऐसे शख्स मौजूद हैं who have decided that if you're watching the film, it's going to be a laughter riot because this is going to be taking you down to the memory when एक 8 बजे का हमें अनाउंसमेंट मालूम पड़ा था एंड उसके बाद हमारी जिंदगी पूरी तरीके से बदल गई. अब इनकी जिंदगी कैसे बदलती है बताने के लिए आई हैव कैश फिल्म के अमोल पराशर. हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
We've been good, यार. थोड़ा सा इतने सारे इमोशंस हो जाते हैं ना around a release because just before the release you are slightly nervous, anxious, your anticipation वाली feeling आती है. फिर release हो जाता है तो एक relief आता है कि चलो हो गया, हमारे हाथ में कुछ नहीं है. And now with this film in the last few days, जितने लोग देख रहे हैं and the kind of reactions that are coming in and so far thankfully universally positive, तो अब वो खुशी और प्राइड भी आने लगा है. तो पिछले 4-5 दिनों में ही हमने बहुत सारे इमोशंस का रोलर कोस्टर फील कर लिया है. बट राइट नाउ आई वुड से इट सीम्स लाइक इट्स ऑल बिन वर्थ इट. जो रिएक्शंस मिल रहे हैं, जो लोग देख रहे हैं. आपने फिल्म देखी, you will tell us how you felt and
Totally
that'll
loved it, yaar.
hopefully make us feel a certain देखा ये सुन के खुशी हो जाती है.
I had so much fun, but I want to talk about the film and my favorite parts. But I have to also mention this amazing director who, if I may say so, has experimented in this film. क्योंकि इनकी पिछली जितनी भी फिल्में हमने देखी हैं and that we have loved has always had a murder angle to it, a betting angle to it. यहाँ तो मतलब एक कैश एंगल है लेकिन with a fun side, with a hilarious side to it. Vishesh Bhatt, how are you doing?
I'm good, Urmin, and here I'm a producer, director, as Rishabh said. But this was a very, very good experience. I think कुछ नया करने में, I think when we did something new over here or decided to do new, for me it's new. Like you said, I've done all these genre and horror and even a Jannat, which goes back into the dark side. It's usually the dark side. I've played with this. This is taken maybe something which is a significant event, and instead of being darker on the dark side, we've chosen the fun side. And turning it on its head was a challenge, but challenge well accepted. And we said we'll go out and we'll make this. There are people who said that, are you sure that you can have fun on this situation? I think satire is about real life situations. We have to move forward from things. We have to look back and, bring a smile to people. That's the only option. I like working on things ulte nazariye se, the opposite side of looking at things is fun. And I think the best feedback or anything that I got was during this is that by the Saturday or Sunday, I'm amazed with how this is my first OTT venture. Me and Amol have had opposite journeys. I'm going towards from the theatrical business to experiencing new stories, new way of reaching audiences. For me, it's new. And be able to say them. I'm planning to do a web series as well, and you must be seeing a lot of film people are doing that around the world because it gives us the opportunity to say so many things the way we wanted to say it, but we couldn't say it for a theatrical film. But it allows us to say that. But then I was a little confused because I'm used to this box office number kind of discussion. So Friday, Saturday, I was hearing good things, but I was just like, how and when do I know that our film is being liked? But when there was such a large response of people being so kind and across, we thought it was a young people's film, but people from all age groups started liking it. And then someone who's spent his entire lifetime, my father, and till now has only done films which have come in the theater. One day I was actually going to Amol's place on Sunday to just see, discuss and share those good moments that we've had. And my father, by leaving, saying, don't get too excited or get drunk or anything. I know tumhari picture hit hai. So he thought, obviously, I knew, I had heard, but he was hearing. And I was like, okay, now this was a great casual and accidental compliment, which has made us very happy and proud.
It is. It should be. It should make you all proud. I saw the film and it's just so much fun. First of all, watching Amol on screen. Ek to matlab, this man is like, I of course we all come from that background where TV हम बहुत ज़्यादा देखते थे, and TV पर कैसे आप कभी भी चैनल स्विच करो ना तो ऐसे 3-4 फिल्में हमेशा आती थी. नायक, Suryavansham, and what Gadar. Amol Parashar wants to be that guy on OTT. He wants to be on every platform. He was like, कोई भी लगा ले वहां पर अमोल दिखना चाहिए. That's his aim.
Correct. अभी हो गया. I think अभी with this release, I think I've covered,
achieved everything, ना? हाँ.
At least the platforms I know of. I know कि बहुत सारे हैं. There are some other upcoming platforms also, but at least the major platforms, I think मेरा इस साल में cover हो गया. Last 3 releases were on 3 different platforms.
अच्छा, but Amol, a full-fledged film जिसके lead आप play कर रहे हैं. This is the first of a kind. कैसा था experience? Did you get to do baby को juice लाओ? Did you get to like I'll come on my own time, okay? मैं कभी भी आऊँगा.
I think उसका उल्टा ही हो जाता है. At least the kind of work we do, because when you are in every scene, then you have to be there all the time. तो वो तो in fact extra मेहनत लग जाती है. और अगर किसी को बेबी को जूस पीना है तो उसके लिए किस तरह का रोल है फर्क नहीं पड़ता. That depends on the kind of person you are. तो इसमें तो इनफैक्ट ज्यादा है, because मैं जब कई बार थक जाता था कि scene after scene you not even get a break. Sometimes what happens is if there's a bunch of characters, तो लेकिन चलो अभी ना सर 3 घंटा आपका नहीं है, आप थोड़ा रेस्ट करो, तब तक हम ये वाला
comedy
कर लेते हैं. And comedy and putting all your energy out there and trying to look happy and trying to be funny. तो मैं इनफैक्ट कभी-कभी गलती से बोल भी देता था कि यार ऋषभ मैं थक गया हूँ, तो वो भी टांग खींचा था, बोला और बनो हीरो. और था ना. तो यही है, ऐसा ही होता है.
Can I also add to the fact that I think the quality of a good actor is how he feeds off the reaction of any other actor, and I think इस फिल्म में वही हुआ. Everybody played equal roles, and what a great star cast also. Comic timing की बात अगर करें, स्वानंद किरकिरे being just crazy on screen, और also Kevin Dave के साथ आपका जो एक special chemistry था, एक bond था, which was just so good to see. And I think again, and Gulshan Grover, he comes to in his element when it comes to like comedy, right?
Yeah. I mean, for him to come and join us, with this young team, young energy, मतलब वो पूछ सकते थे कि भाई कौन लोग हैं ये, कौन किसके साथ करवा रहे हो, but it was very sweet of him to come and then become a part of this energy and this style, because every director, every film has a different kind of style of shooting. So for him to come and say कि अच्छा यहाँ पे ये है, ये करना है, and then for him to kind of tweak his own performance around the film.
For people who are watching this interview, I'm sure that the reviews are out. Everybody's talking about Cash. Don't waste any time. Just watch it so that you enjoy every scene and you enjoy this interview even more. Vishesh, I'd like to ask you, what has been your most favorite scene? अगर एक या दो scene की बात करनी हो. Like let me just say this. Let me just quickly say this. I loved 2 scenes. One is the Gulshan Grover and Swanand Kirkir and everybody meeting at that place. And the other one was when Kevin was going crazy with wearing the lawyer suit and just randomly saying words.
Yes. So you hit the nail. I think जब ये दोनों lawyer बन के जाते हैं और उसकी जो एक्टिंग करते हैं और बैठे, और वो कविन ने जैसे उसको कहा है, even actually when we had written it, and Amol will say it, this was all full credit goes to Arsh and Rishabh, because the screenplay and dialogues that they relentlessly worked on, they used to come making me hear it again and again and then say, acha they should take my feedback, I used to give some inputs, फिर वो वापस उसको करते थे. उन्होंने बहुत काम किया है इस पे. But छोटी छोटी चीजें हो, जैसे वो लॉयर बन के गए हैं, to come up with that, do that. फिर हमने सब ये habeas corpus और वो सब जो लाइनें रखी हैं उसमें, वो उनको एक तरीके से I'll say to contribute to them, to create those moments. We were having so much fun. I'm saying at the script level, we've had it. And then what we enjoyed was that even Amol coming in, and then all the other cast coming in were further adding in. Gulshan ji came in and he was saying, I will, yes, that he has the bad man and, his timing and his humor and everything. But he was also taking more closer to the script and bringing in some, some detail during the filming.
Amol, this is up your sleeve, right? You are used to getting into situations like this in films, on a show.
No, I think that always creates a more real characters when they can get into trouble. एक तरह का characters होते हैं या characters होते हैं जो एकदम heroic, जिनको कोई हाथ नहीं लगा सकता, जिनको कोई छू नहीं सकता. But I think I've always enjoyed playing more real people who get into trouble, who get scared, who get anxious, who, and then what they do. Because I think it makes people who are watching also relate to it. It feels like मैं उसकी जगह होता तो मैं भी ऐसे ही करता.
Watching you on screen, that's why it feels like, ये अपने किसी के साथ हो गया ये यार, कि क्या हो गया ये, this is our friend.
And there's a large part of the audience that I think enjoys that. पहले हमें लगता था कि वो नहीं है, लोगों को बड़ा ही देखना है, लोगों को वो larger than life ही देखना है. But I think thanks to the medium and thanks to makers like Vishesh, bringing in a new brand like wow. So वो शायद वो वही difference है कि Vishesh was probably a more theatrical brand, and this is more of a new age fast brand which caters to the audience, जहाँ पे उनको relatable, quirky, edgy कहानियाँ देखनी है और characters देखने हैं.
Now a question to the two of y'all, of course, because this is the topic of the film. What were you doing, or what was your first reaction when you actually heard that there's going to be demonetization? कहाँ थे आप? क्या था? Vishesh, do you want to remind us?
Yeah, मेरा तो एकदम simple था. Diwali had just got over, and 8th of November is also my sister, who's the co-producer of this film. It's her birthday. तो हम एक छोटी फैमिली डिनर कर रहे थे, और we obviously had our small envelopes from our grandparents, जिसमें वो होता है ना कि एक lucky charm दिवाली के बाद में you have your 500 and 1000, and even she had it. It prepared. I was going to recycle it and give that to her only. And जैसे ये announcement हुई, तो मैंने we all were like, ये 1000, मतलब what is this? This 1000 is zero. मतलब how can it be zero? And till then, I think nobody knew the word demonetization. I never used it. I read enough. I'm pretty aware, I feel, of myself, but I never knew demonetization as a word even. And they said this is completely demonetized. So we actually, the first reaction before all the confusion and the consequences, we are like, government will sort this out. We don't need to panic. Things will be in order. And we started doing simple things like looking at the note and say, but it says I promise to pay this on the note. So what happens to that promise? So those kind of things we started like joking about. Obviously, the whole night, Amol is also, and we've been saying this, is that night I think nobody really slept, because people are like, okay, if we had, now we live in a cashless economy. We have which is a change that came about. That's why this is a startup story, and the characters evolved from it. From any crisis, there's an opportunity. But at that point, in those days, we said, okay, now this money that we have, and most bigger bills, 500 also went, forget only 1000. Even 500 was not, was demonetized. So we are like, how do we buy vegetables? How do we buy small things? Because not everybody had cashless transactions, and then those lines of the ATM obviously were. So I think we were all every day getting new news and this thing, and which you see in the trailer also, that when it started coming, some people were like, "Isme bhi koi nakli note aa rahe hain," so that's there as a joke. But there is, "Isme chip hai." Those rumors started. कि अभी से the new notes which will come will be traceable. So it was actually quite a bizarre and amusing period, with a lot of people suffered a lot of hardship, unfortunately, because of what happened. Even the PM himself came and tried to give some moral support and said the government tried to do what they could to ease that situation out, but there was nobody can deny that the world suddenly at 8 baje that announcement came, and you couldn't expect that everything would just completely change forever.
Absolutely. Amol, what about you?
यार यही सेम फर्स्ट थिंग कंफ्यूजन, फर्स्ट थिंग तो पता ही नहीं, लाइक ही विशेष सेड कि नाम मैंने तो नहीं सुना था डिमोनेटाइजेशन वर्ड पहले कभी. सो क्या हो रहा था कि सब लोग एक दूसरे को समझा रहे थे, सब लोग जितना जिसको समझ में आ रहा था वो एक दूसरे को बता रहा था. देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन स्लैश मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन गोइंग अराउंड व्हिच इज now in retrospect it's like bizarre and funny. और उस टाइम पे आपको लगा था कि क्या हो रहा है, क्या बोल रहे हैं लोग, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, क्योंकि एक आदमी कुछ और बोल रहा है, एक आदमी कुछ और बोल रहा है. तो वही एनर्जी आई थिंक फिल्म भी कहीं ना कहीं कैप्चर करता है कि लोग को समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि करे किया क्या जाए. और थैंकफुली ऐसा कैश वैश तो नहीं था अपने पास लाइफ में, तो वो नहीं था कि ओहो हो मैं क्या करूंगा. वो था कि लोग क्या करेंगे. और वो लोग वो भी हो सकते थे जिनके पास जो अमीर हैं, जिन्होंने शायद ब्लैक मनी होल्ड किया हुआ है, या वो लोग भी हो सकते थे जो नॉट दैट वेल टू डू, हु प्रॉब्ली डील अ लॉट इन कैश, उनको सैलरीज कैश में मिलती हैं,
wages, daily wage workers
वेजेस मिलती हैं, who are probably even more prone to misinformation, कि उनको कौन समझाएगा कि होना क्या है, करना क्या है, कहाँ जाना है, बिकॉज उनको नौकरी भी करनी है और बैंक की लाइन में भी खड़ा होना है. और वो माय हाउस हेल्प शी सेइंग कि अरे मेरा पति जाके रोज खड़ा हुआ है, वो अपना काम पे नहीं जा पा रहा है, मैं इधर आ रही हूँ, आज मुझे जाना है एटीएम में खड़ा होने, क्योंकि so there was a lot of, you could see that a lot of people are going through a lot of shake up in their lives.
Correct.
तो वो shake up तो definitely था. कुछ लोग शायद डिजर्व करते थे, बहुत सारे लोग नहीं भी करते थे, but it was definitely a shake up.
विशेष, इस इंटरव्यू की शुरुआत में आपने एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बात कही थी, एंड आई वांटेड टू जस्ट गेट दैट बैक ऑन द फैक्ट दैट there were some apprehensions on taking a topic like this, because it's again, people can get offended and all that. Do you think that this is changing in today's day and age thanks to OTT platform? Because in the West you can say anything about anyone and get away with it, but
Yes.
we are still extremely emotional about, for better choice of words, emotional about
many things, too many things.
Yeah.
So I think that was a thought. I think people, from when we decided on this subject, there were people saying that, are you sure? I think when I did even a film called Jarna, people saying, are you sure cricket is a religion? You want to say the dark side of it. But even here, the people are like, are you sure? But we said, see, we are talking about something that's really happening or has happened. Now, who is to decide what is offensive or not? Because our intention is not to offend. And if people can take the purity of our intention, which often I think on social media, what happens is people are picking sides just based on anything, or people are, I think they feel by attacking something, they're trying to get noticed. That's what I think trolling is all about. It's actually, if you throw a stone, people will turn around and look at you and say, who is this person? But as creative people, I think we can't stop just challenging the conversations which are going on. Our intention is not to offend. Our intention is to take conversations forward.
Wow. So no cuts. Well, it didn't need also, because like you mentioned also, this was clean humor, clean comedy, and thankfully I don't want to, I mean,
satire.
It was a satire, and अच्छा है ये नहीं कहना पड़ रहा है कि दिमाग साइड में रखकर देखो. Actually बहुत दिमाग लगाया है पिक्चर में, बहुत लगाया है पिक्चर में. इंटेलिजेंट है, स्मार्ट है, and relatable है. Amol, since I also mentioned that you have been the king of OTT, वो आपका जो टास्क है हर प्लेटफॉर्म पर आना, वो बहुत जोरों से चल रहा है. I want to ask you, what do you watch? What do you watch on OTT? What are your recommendations? What do you binge watch?
This is the most dangerous question that you can ask me.
हाँ.
toughest
Now don't
question
say,
you can ask
now
me
don't
because
say
I
TVF tripling, Sardar Udham.
मैं mostly वही बोल देता हूँ because that seems like a safe and fun answer because I'm a very bad watcher यार. मतलब वो शुरू में मुझे गिल्ट होता था कि मैं कुछ देखता नहीं हूँ. मतलब आप अपनी या बाहर की तो ऐसा मेरा कोई वो स्नॉबिश नहीं है कि मैं ये नहीं देखता मैं वो देखता हूँ. It is just that habit of sitting down and watching I never formed. और मैं दोस्तों से सुनता था तो डर लगता था यार ये रात भर देख जा रहे हैं, वो घुस जाते हैं तो देख जाते हैं. So that I was always scared of, but I read a lot about everything. You ask me what's happening in any show, I'll tell you, but I'm not watching that show or film. So I'm aware because वो something that I thought that I might miss out on कि मुझे पता नहीं चलेगा कि क्या बन रहा है, कैसा बन रहा है और कैसी चीजें चल रही हैं नहीं चल रही हैं. So that I keep a lot. I watch a lot of videos or some scenes that have been talked about, but very rarely do I sit and watch a show. Films still sometimes I watch the less commitment और वो आप फंस नहीं जाते हो उसमें कि पूरी रात देखता ही रह गया मैं. फिल्म वैसा नहीं होता है. So that I have watched, but it's not like it's good or bad. I think it's just like for different people. और फिर जब मुझसे लोगों ने थोड़ा सा ताने मारने शुरू किए कि ऐसा कैसे यार तुम बनाते हो पर देखते नहीं हो, तो मैंने भी सोचा क्या आंसर दूं. तो मैंने बोला कि यार अभी है कोई क्रिकेटर है सचिन तेंदुलकर है वो क्रिकेट खेलते हैं बट अब वो नहीं देखते हैं तो अभी इसमें क्या है.
करेक्ट. बच्चन साहब
Yeah, you're not
हाजमोला
saying, "अरे
खाते हैं
आप
ये
हाँ."
जरूरी नहीं है.
But they are selling. But Sachin is playing cricket. He's playing. He's probably a billion people are getting entertained, but it doesn't mean that he has to watch cricket to be a good cricketer. So वो कहीं ना कहीं ये जवाब मुझे भी satisfy किया कि अरे हाँ, I can be a good actor without necessarily कि भाई देखना ही है रोज कुछ ना कुछ. I can take from life. I can take from people around me. I can take from whatever I watch.
Vishesh Bhatt, Amol Parashar, this has been an absolute pleasure. Literally having a great conversation with you about films, about characters, about the thought that went behind this mad film cash. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Urmin. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Desi Web USA. The perfect dose to your entertainment.